Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to IRL Season 10 F1T at round number 12 Bahrain. This is the final round of this season, and we only have 9 drivers because every other driver who didn't want to turn up cannot be arsed, and they didn't want to race. So they're muppets, in my opinion. So, we're going to do this race today. Matthew Order then starting at the back of the grid, so he's going to start 9th. It's going to be awesome to see. This is a Williams out on track. Rocco Walsh currently in Sector 3 as we speak. It's an absolute joke, drivers not turning up. All because Matthew kicked their ass. Fucking crybabies. Well then, Rocco Walsh then will begin his flying lap. Down the straight he goes then. DRS is activated, using all his DRS and fuel down the straight then into turn 1. Approach speed of 208 miles an hour. Goes down to turn 1, goes up the 3rd gear. Gets a decent exit, a bit of a lock up there. Through turn 2 now into turn 3. Gets a good exit now. Approaching turn number 4. Let's go on the TV pod view. Goes on the exit curb there. Bit of another lock up there on the right front. As he's now approaching the next sector time. And he's done a 27.4. Decent sector there as he's now in the S section now. As he's approaching the hairpin corner. A bit of another lock up there on the right side. He's really not liking that right front at all with the brakes. As he's approaching the double left, the trickiest corner on the track with no ABS. Another lock up, but he keeps it under control. Decent exit there now. He activates DRS now, using more straight line speed power. Let's see what setup he has got on aero. If it's good aero package, because it could do him well in today's race. As he's now going through the left-hander, approaching the next double right, which then enters sector 3. As he comes down the straight then. Into the final corner now, Rocco Walsh. Let's see what time he will take and where position he will be in the end of everyone taking their laps. And a 1:24.951. So that's a decent lap. The 9-car grid for Mr. Rocco Walsh. Brandon is next up. DRS activated. Down the straight he goes then. Into turn 1, bit of a lock up down the right side. Goes up the 3rd, short shifts now into 2nd. Corner now into turn 3, up the 6th gear, activates DRS, down the straight he goes again. Approaching turn number 4, he's going to use the exit curb as to run wide on to get a nice entry to turn 4 now. Out of turn 4, gets a decent exit, decent traction now into the sector time. It's 27.5, attempts slower than Rocco Walsh in the first sector. Although Brandon will keep his head in the game, he knows he's got some strong pace on him. Let's see what he does. To the double left. Another lock up there on the left side. Down the next DRS zone, straight. Goes down his braking zone. Gets a nice turn in there. Decent exit there from the Mercedes driver. It looks a lot more tidy than Rocco's and a lot more faster as well. Now through sector 3. Not purple. 1:04 flat in sector 3, so it doesn't look quick enough to challenge Rocco at the moment. But Bran coming down the next 2 straights. As he's coming down the final straight now. DRS is activated. And it's a 25.169. Goes 2nd place. A couple of tenths off Rocco Walsh. Let's go on board with the old man. Sandra Sohag then. Currently going down the next DRS straight. Nice and tidy from Sandra. Down the straight he goes then. This guy was a favourite for a podium last week. He almost got it. put Lewis Curtis. And Rocco Walsh were mean SOBs and didn't let him have it. And Sondra then is coming to the line. It goes third quickest with the 25.188. What is Sondra doing? Why? Did Sondra think this was a practice lobby and that he could turn back? What a clown. Oh, anybody else on a flyer? Nino then, currently approaching the double left. Nino's also doing a thing for me, supporting one of my friends who unfortunately passed on a couple of days ago with the orange on the helmets with a bit of blue. Showing some respect there. Thank you, Nino, for that. And well, Nino then coming to the double right. He doesn't even need a push, to be honest, because, you know, any time on the board's going to be good enough. As he comes into the final corner, he's pitting, so that is not counting. Awesome. So now I've got to wait 5 bloody minutes till another driver comes out. He's actually competent. Ugh. Hang on, where's Ollie? I thought he was in the lobby. That's I don't know. He said he was racing and then he's not even here. That's just great. Only 3 people have just set a time so far. Rocco Walsh 24.951. Then we have Brandon and Sondre only in the 25s. I've done a 25.169 for Bran and a 25.188 for Sondre. So how very close indeed for the top 3. This is basically a Q3 quali right now if it was full quali. Ross, it's up to Sondre, Bran and Matthew. I couldn't really care if you join or not. I really couldn't give a toss what this race was today, so. Rocco Walsh then is next up again on another flying lap. He's going to try and get a better lap time, maybe a mid-24 from Mr. Rocco. Matthew did say he'd start last today and he is keeping his word. That's down, comes Matthew, sorry not Matthew, Rocco Walsh into turn 1. Up to 3rd, Nels up to 4th now, into 5th gear on the exit of turn 3. It is now approaching turn number 4. See what that time then Rocco does. And he does a 24.7, improves his lap time by a couple of tenths, so he's got a big of a lead now. Rocco is looking very confident at Bahrain. Ian Romanello is on a lap right now as we speak. So the 27.4 in sector 1, he's matched Rocco's first lap time in the sector. As we'll keep an eye on Nino though, but we're going to have to go on board with Brandon. Brandon's actually almost finished his lap. Brandon actually is improved by almost 2 tenths of a second. As he's now approaching the final corner then, has to get a good exit, keeps it within track limits of course. And he's coming to the line, DRS activated, using all the rest of the battery, and there's a 24.959, so we have two drivers now in the 24s. Bruised by a little bit there. What about Nino Romanello? Currently through the double right in sector 3, apparently purple in sector 2. So let's see where he is in sector 3. He was 2 tenths quicker than Brand's first sector. In sector 2, first time in sector 2. As Nino then is coming out through the final corner. What time will Nino do? We'll have to wait and see. He's coming to the line, and it's a 24.813. So we have 3 drivers on the 24s out of a 9-car grid. Decent lap there for Nino Romanello. As now we have nobody else on flyers because everybody else is in the pits. Kevin, Cameron, Edward, and Alfie, get your ass out on track, set lap times, then retire, and so we can get on with this race. Come on, chop chop. Let's go. I want to watch the race, not quali. Oh, nobody's out on track on laps. Nino's run out of fuel, so he's not on a lap. Brand's pitting. He's definitely not on a lap because he's 15 seconds off the pace, so that's awesome. Brand then in the pit lane. Nino Romanello enters the pit lane. Nobody's on track, which is awesome. Well, we're just sitting at the pit lane, folks, because nobody's going out. We're going out to the last minutes. There's Mercedes I can hear getting ready. And I know that Ferrari Edward is finally deciding to go out on track. Edward leaving the pit lane. He's the first other Ferrari to leave the garage and the first one to set a lap out of the guys who haven't set lap times. There's a Renault leaving now the pit lane. I'm guessing that is Sandra Sohau. No, it's not. It's Cameron Young. Cameron Young's now decided to come out his little high hole and come out on track. Is anybody else leaving the pit lane? No, these two are the only ones at the moment. Stay on board of Edward then. There's a Williams and another Renault leaving the garage. And the Ferrari and the Mercedes of Brandon and Nino Romanello also leaving the pit lane. So the only guys who haven't left the pit lane yet is Alfie and Kevin Harrison. They're going to have to leave the pit lane very soon, because they're not going to have enough time to set lap times. I don't think they are going to set lap times. Fair enough. Don't know what's the benefit starting at the back of the grid is, but fair enough. as Edward then begins his flying lap. Match Nino's first sector. Oh, Edward makes an error there. Almost losing the car. And invalidates his flying lap. And Cameron has lost it, and he's into the wall. And there's a front wing missing for the Renault driver. He's starts 6th, it looks like, from his position if Edward doesn't do another lap. Because Edward's definitely not doing another lap. So yeah, looks like Cameron will be starting 6th. Matthew Ward will be starting 7th, even though he was meant to be starting last. But 2 drivers didn't set a lap time underneath him. And Kevin Harrison didn't even bother to go out on track. So that's just brilliant. So only 4 drivers set lap times, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Rocco Walsh looks like he's going to be taking pole position at the moment. So he is first out of the drivers for the top 4. It's going to be who is the quickest driver round track to get the final 2 points this season in quali. Rocco is improving by a 10th.5. Will Sondria be able to do anything to match these guys? Here comes Rocco then, through the final corner now. Coming down the straight, activates DRS, using all the battery he can, all the fuel. He does a mid-24, 5.39. 1.5 tenths improvement there. In Romnell will be the next car up. Sondre does improve, does a 25 flat. Nino comes in the time and does a 24.728. And now Brandon, he runs out of fuel, the absolute fraud he is. And he stays in 3rd position. And it looks like Rocco Walsh will be taking those valuable 2 points. He will be happy with that. Over the moon after he got a 5-second penalty last week for his dirty tactics against Sondre and Edward. But there we have it then. Quali is over. I've not even wasted my time going down the official qualifying order. You guys can see it on your screen. Only 4 drivers set times. This reminds me of bloody Indy 2005 for F1. Matthew, just pick a freaking strategy. Jesus Christ. Come on. And the formation is underway. As we said, Rockwall's got those 2 valuable points. And there's already people getting disqualified on the formation lap. Awesome. Walsh then. Nino in second. Brandon third. Sundre is in 4th position. Hopefully he gets a podium today. Gets some luck for once. And this is the highest chance he will get a podium because there's hardly anyone here. Kevin Harrison decides to wake up and get his head into gear and starts in 5th. Cameron Young in 6th. Matthew Alder, who was meant to be starting in 9th, is in 7th. Edward is in 8th, and Alfie just is Alfie and DSQ'd himself. So everyone just full throttle it to the line. No shit, Tom. No, you can't do comms. Well, Brandon's getting penalised. Big pen from Mr. Manlow in 3rd, who's meant to be behind Nino Romanello. Stay behind, you absolute clown. Jesus. Don't overtake yet. Spice it up in the actual race, not the formation lap. Okay, Matthew, how can you guys be that bloody stupid and get yourself disqualified on the formation lap? Jesus. It's not hard to take from the formation lap with 9 cars going, probably what? What's the speed they're going? 60 mile an hour. It's not hard. Jesus. Rocker then has led the formation lap and is now getting ready to score on the start finish line. As the 5 lights are out and we're underway in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Rockwall said a good start. Nino is falling behind and Thunder Sohag trying to get... Oh, actually, hang on a minute. I can't believe I'm saying this. Thunder Sohag's actually made an overtake. He's now actually trying to challenge Nino. And Alfie's retired from the session, so he's manually retired. What a prick. Sondra then in 3rd place, challenging up towards Nino. As there's an Alfa Romeo who's got front wing damage. Oh, and that's Matthew Alder. He has got front wing damage, and that's unfortunate for Matthew, as he's now getting shoved a bit off wide there by Cameron Young. Cameron and him used to be teammates, going side by side. Matthew's trying to come back, even with the front wing damage. Matthew is just showing Cameron up right now. And Matthew Alder then makes the position, goes on the inside, and shows who is boss, but Cameron isn't giving up. He's not a quitter, and he gets the position back, and Cameron Young is in P5. Matthew's trying to make the uptick again on Cameron Young. We only have 8 cars this session. As they're going side by side now, this isn't a good place to go side by side, especially when you've got front wing damage. Oh, look at that driving there from Mr. Matthew Alder. Almost taking out Cameron Young and taking out his front wing. Dirty tactics from the 4-time world champion. As we now come into the final corner now, Cameron Young is to watch out with the rear end as Rocco Walsh sets the new fastest lap as... Oh my god! Cameron Young does a Fernando Alonso technique, and now that hasn't helped him because Edward now makes the overtake. Oh, and these two wheel banging down the straight. That could have ended in tears, and it could have had a car possibly flipping down the straight. As now we have a 3-car fight, Ferrari, Renault versus Racing Point for the fewer points for apparently 1st, 2nd and 8th, but that is completely wrong. It's actually 5th, 6th and 7th since Matthew pitted. Rocco Walsh then still leads, Nino in 2nd, and Sondre Soal, the old man in P3, is holding his position at the moment, and Brandon's not going to be a muppet and ruin it. Watch the leaders fight for the position. Yet from Nino Romanello, and Nino's got some great news to hear that Matthew is in 8th place, and the gap between him and Kevin Harrison isn't 2.5 seconds. The gap between him and the leader, I don't know why this is glitched. Why is this glitched? He's not 2.5 seconds. He's nowhere near Kevin or Cameron Young. This game's just great. As Cameron Young decides to pit for no apparent reason, but he's pit. Nino now is getting really close now to Rocco's rear end and still cannot make the overtake. Matthew Order then coming down the final corner. Going down the straight now, and he is actually 20-something seconds. Let's look at the gap to leader. He is 34 seconds away from Nino Romanello, and Matthew has just overtaken Cameron, who decided to go in the pits. So I'm guessing Cameron waited up for him. Unless he had wing damage, but doubt it. And Nino then is getting closer and closer to Rocco Walsh. Gap 5 tenths. He's on lap 3 out of 29. Nino still can't get past him, but I think he's setting himself up for the next straight as DRS is activated now. Straight he goes, that's new fastest lap, 29.666, and he's coming down the straight now to close up on Rocco Walsh. He makes the overtake and he makes it look easy peasy lemon squeezy, and Nino Romanello is in the lead of this race, and Rocco Walsh has been served, and now Rocco is trying to come back, but he's got nothing to answer to Nino Romanello, as Sondre Soal is just winning in the wings in 3rd position, now pulling away from Mr. Manlover in 4th. Edward in 5th is in no man's land. Got Kevin behind him, but Kevin really that much of a challenge for Edward today. And Matthew Older, nowhere near the guys, in 7th, the 4-time champion, making mistakes, getting damage, which is a very rare occasion. Cameron Young then in 8th, trying to catch up on Matthew Older. Nino still leads. Oh, and there's Sondre. He's almost gone into the wall. The old man is bottling again. He can't get used to the setup. He can't make his own setups, and he has to use Matthews and cameras, and it still isn't working for him. God, Sondre, this isn't good enough. I want you to win this race. Get your ass in the gear and pass Bran again. Have some spice in this race. Jesus. It's not hard to overtake Bran. Just send it. Rocco Walsh though looking to overtake Nino Romanello in the 2nd DRS zone. If Sondre don't get a podium, he's a fraud, so I'm just saying. can win a championship in TNR, you can definitely get a podium in here. But he's trying something on Nino. Cam Young's first person to get a 3-second time penalty. So has no pace to Brandon. Fighting track right now between Rocco and Nino, and Rocco is not even going for the overtake, not even using any of his ERS. And he makes a big mistake, brakes way too late, almost hits the rear end Nino. Trying to solve though, coming back at Bran. Right, lap 6 out of 29 now. As we're getting a nice helicopter view there, the top four, as they're trying to stay with each other. Brandon though is trying to close that range to 1 second to the guy ahead. Gap currently 1.6 to Brandon from Rocco. And Sondre's already out of the DRS range, so Sondre needs to pick up another gear and try and close back up. A lock up there from Sondre. Maybe it's a possible undercut strategy. Matthew sets the new fastest lap, 1:29.623. Not surprised. He is in clean air after all. Gap between him and the leader is 31.7 seconds. Rockland still not close enough. Rocco breaking late yet again. Closed up a bit this time on Nino. Not close enough. Alright, so that's the new fastest lap, 29.565. the second penalty for Cameron Young. We're watching the only battle on track, it's now going into the pit lane. And it looks like Cameron Young has either binned it or he's just given up. I have a weird feeling he's going to retire in the pit, so just back off. Sandra is now in the pits. Edward now takes the lead of this race and he's going out long for a one-stop strategy. Nina Romnella is following suit. Rocco Walsh in fourth, Brandon right behind him, and Sandra Sahag lost a lot of time in the pits. Oh, and look, there is Matthew Alder, who still needs to make a pit stop. Not close enough at the moment, as Cameron Young then 21.9 seconds behind Matthew. And Sandra running off wide there. Probably got a warning. Tyres probably haven't heated up yet. It won't be a surprise, however Matthews are in prime condition. Matthews just reeling him in. Matthew making an uptake on Sandra Sohau for P6. Oh, and he cuts across him into the braking zone. That was a bit late, and that could have ended in a crash if Sandra didn't realise him and braked a bit later, and it would have been clearly Matthew's fault. However, Matthew has got a point to prove. Starting at the back of the grid, having wing damage. The 9-car grid, yeah, he's got a point to prove. He's challenging for a win. He still needs to make another pit stop. There's no way in hell he can take those mediums to the end. So, Matthew is on a mission right now. This is the only fight we've got. And Sandra Sohau, both Reynolds picking a 3-second time penalty, and that's definitely Sandra's chance of getting a podium out the window. Absolute fraud in my opinion from the bottle house today. As we're going to go and possibly move on to Rocco Walsh soon, as he's getting closer to Nino. Gap 1.1 seconds. No action's really happening at the moment. Sandra isn't even close enough to Matthew. Sandra probably won't even go for the outside on Matthew either, actually, to be fair. But we don't have the confidence in the car. Cameron must have either made another mistake now, because gap between him and Sandra Sohau is 48.5 seconds. No, he's not even driving full pace. I think he just wants to be lapped and lapped and lapped and lapped so he can just get this race done. As Edward then is pulling away from Kevin, gap 4.8 seconds. Back to the Rocco 1.2. no action at the moment. That's why I'm staying quiet for a bit, so we actually get some spicy action for a possible podium position fight, a lead fight, or a car actually even making an uptick. Cameron's been lapped. And he's causing yellow, so nobody can overtake it. But it's not affect anyone because no one's even close enough to make an overtake. Now getting a bit close to Nino. Matthew Order is going for the overtake then on Brandon. Brandon trying to switch back, trying everything he can to get the position back. But he can't do it. Oh, Brandon has a second DRS on. Matthew defends. Matthew keeps his line there. And oh no, Matthew is round! And he's into the wall! Oh, no front wing damage, unfortunately. No rear tyre blowing up at all for Mr. Matthew Order. No more pressure. Matthew then drops to 6th. Can't make the overtake work. He's got a lot more work to do. But that was a bit cheeky there from Bran, and actually some spicy action. That's what I wanted to see. Some action, someone actually to fight Matthew, not to be his little bitch and move out of the way. Well done, Brandon. That's Brandon and in P5, holding Matthew and Sondre up. That's just the close fight we do have on track at the moment. Cameron Youngs picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Cameron, if you don't want to race, just bloody retire. Like, seriously, you're starting to mind enough. I might even let you join me on comms if I feel nice enough. Brandon looked like he was going to the pits. No, Matthew peels into the pit lane. Don't know if that was a scheduled stop, but Matthew's in. Stops to the end, lap 15 out of 29. Cameron. Technically it's lap 13 for 29 for him, but there you go. You do well at some, you do shit at some. Matthew's also mediums. No action at the moment. Sandra has now decided to wake up. Even though he's got a penalty, he wants to go for Brandt. Now I need to go in for it. DRS activated, not using any of ERS for some reason. We have yellows, that is the Renault Cameron going slow. Sandra's thinking about it, but stays behind, tries to get a better line, hits the curb, which isn't the better line. Sandra, you know that, come on. Matthew's helped you, get off that curb and just get on Brandt and pass him. Matthew tried it and failed. Don't be the Bottas you are and actually make that up to it. Come on. Ball and Brandt then fighting for P5 at the moment. We're on lap 16 out of 29. Edward and Kevin inside the pit. And they're leaving their pit boxes now. So Andrea is close enough. Hangs it around the outside, but doesn't go for the full overtake. Tries to get a bit of zone. That's how you take the line this time, Bottle. So Andrea's trying to get a good run. Not using any of his ERS. Cameron is actually fast lap 27.9. And he backs off again. It's the closest fight we have. Come on, old man, get the position. You can get him. Brian, if you're hearing this, Edward and Kevin all get penalties. Let the old geezer get it. Let the old geezer get podium. Come on. Don't be actually that sad and ruin the rest. Come on, Sandra. White. Yes, a little bit more, you're losing time. And I don't even know what the hell's happening to Cameron now. Come on, Bottle. But I'm being biased here as a commentator. Come on, I want you to get a podium. Come on, Soldier, pick up the pace. You only got like little Edward behind you. He's nothing. And speaking about nothing, he's actually almost gone off the track and almost punted Sondra. Come on, Bottle! Come on. Come on, ball. Come on, ball. Use your overtake. Come on, Sondre. Get down this straight and overtake Bran. Come on. Come on, ball out. More speed. Come on. Get him. There you go. Now shove Bran off track. Come on. There you go, Sondre. You legend. Come on. Yes, Sondre into P3. Oh, look at Bran sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong. And he absolutely sends it. This could end in tears. Come on, Sondre. Keep attacking. Yes. Sondre is into third position. Now he needs to build a 3-second gap. Now, Bran, do me a favour. Just park the bus. Just block Edward. I don't care what you've got to do. Just block him. And just slow down, park the bus, and let this geezer get third place. As a present for me for my last time on comms. Come on. What the hell's that? Edward, you fraud. Give that position back. I want Sondre third. So I always have to have one little prick who has to ruin it. Not great, falls flat. Come on, Bottle. All you need is Bran and Edward to get penalties. It's not that hard. There's Schumacher and Barrichello are hungry, Sondre. Squeeze them to the wall. Come on. Show that little cocky son of a gun. Shoot him out the way. Come on, ball. Ah. Always have to have one muppet to ruin it. Well, there goes Sondre's podium chances. Because he actually was pulling away from Bran. That's a shame. That is a shame. Well then, let's have an update, shall we, on lap number 20. Nino Romanello leads the race with a gap of 2.4 seconds. Then we have Rocco Walsh, who's in second, who has a gap to Edward with 5.5. Edward in third, who has under a second gap to Sondre, who has then under a second gap to Brandon in fifth. Kevin Harrison, who's then got no pace at all, 5.7 seconds behind. Then we have CRG Blizzard, who has a 5.9 second gap from Kevin. And then there's Cameron Young, who's almost 3 laps down. If you're wondering why I'm not commentating, because there's no action and I legit cannot be bothered. Oh, 21. Cameron's got another penalty. Let's actually have a look how many penalties Cameron has got. 17 seconds. And he is now officially 3 laps down as well. And Sondre's now being reeled in by Bran. Lap 22. Everything's really stayed the same, except Brand's actually caught up a bit now. Gap 7.5 tenths, 7 tenths, 6 and a bit tenths now between Brandon and Sandra Sohag. And Brand's probably going to get ahead of him now, especially anyway since Sandra's got a pen. I love it. It's both Rhinos who are the only ones who get penalties. Cameron was finally retired. He's somehow binned it, and he's caused a fucking safety car. Oh my god! Are you that fucking stupid? You absolute clown! Now, I hate people like this. Muppets, absolute muppets. Come on, old man, get out, old man. For fuck's sake, how did that I was gonna say, how did that Ferrari get ahead of you? Don't let me down, bottle. Currently in third. Pull away. Yeah, look, today I just cannot be arsed. Honestly, I'm at the moment in the mood. I've just turned the stream off. Well, I'm just feeling a bit of info, shall I, Luke? Well, we have a 9-car grid. Alfie couldn't be asked to qualify, couldn't be asked to race, retired, so I don't even see what's the point of even him turning up. And then in the race, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, Chris, it's the top tier. How can you be that brain dead and thick to get a 5-second penalty under the safety car? My brain today. But yeah, that's also the update. Matthew did start last, technically. He also got wing damage, lap 1. He's also made 3 stops, and because Cameron crashed out, I don't know if it was deliberately or what, but I couldn't really care because it caused a safety car and ruined the race anyway. But well, actually I'll spice up a bit, but I wanted Sandra to get third, but that's not going to happen now. But yeah, and then Sandra and Rocco get a 5-second penalty for somehow touching each other because they don't get enough of each other being that stupid under the safety car, even though they know not to get too close. Oh, I'm just lost for words. Oh, safety car, everyone's caught up. Just bring it in. This game, man. Where's it good? I think safety car will come in this lap because everyone's really close to each other. Oh, don't blame myself, I'm just sick and tired of it. Well then, as Nino does his tactic, which he's learnt off Matthew, which everyone does now. Stupid tactic, but everyone does it. If I was Nino, I would have already bolted, but... Oh, Edward's just been given a 5-second penalty because he can't drive on the safety car. And we're underway then, and Nino's had a great stop, and he comes down the straight, approach turn number 1, as we see cars going left, right and centre. Trying to get into the braking slipstream tour, but look at Rocco Walsh, she's looking hungry in the background, trying to make a move on Nino Romanello. I can't get it to work, as we now see Brandon and Edward fighting side by side, and Matthew Order just in the mix. All this could end in tears. Brandon, almost goes across Matthew. That could have ended in tears for Matthew. That could have ruined Matthew's race. Could have retired him. But Matthew is staying back. Matthew going on the inside of Edward. Oh, that could have ended in tears there yet again. Oh, and Matthew gets boxed in, hits Edward's rear end, and these two are still going side by side. Former teammates, Ferrari versus Mercedes. Oh, and Brandon shoves Edward off. Edward's not having that. Oh, and look at the driving style. Matthew just avoids Edward's car. And Matthew moves up in position as well. Now he's making another position, moves up into P4 now, and Brandon drops to 5th as they're going side by side now through the double left, the tricky double left. Matthew being smart, does the switchback, gets amazing traction from the 4-time champion, and he's making the move side by side now. Who's got the best aero package? Down the straight they go, approaching the next left-hand turn, and Matthew gets the position and moves up to 4th. 2 cars in a couple of corners. Brandon, Edward, take notes. Oh, we see an overtake for behind in the background between the Ferraris and the Merc. Ed just dive bombs it and moves into 5th. Kevin Harrison, not that far off though, making a move on Brandon now. Oh, then thinks about it and goes back behind. While these keep fighting, so I'm just pulling away now. Gap 1.7. Now I know Matthew isn't. Yeah, Matthew isn't waiting. He's attacking now. Gap 1.4. So he's actually gained on Sondra. About 26 out of 29. Sondra, I mean, Nino needs to do better than what he's doing because Matthew isn't that far now. Gap's literally the next corner. It's at least 3 seconds, so Nino needs to keep his head down, not get warnings, not get penalties, and just fly like the wind. He needs to go all limits now. Break DRS tour from Rocco Walsh and just push. Or better yet, Sondra and Rocco need to help him out and literally just block Matthew Older. Matthew now is already in DRS range with these guys, and DRS is enabled. So DRS isn't enabled yet, but it is now. So we're on lap 27 out of 29. Not that many laps remaining, and DRS could be a big player to play. I can't even speak. It can be a big player in this scenario. I want Nino to win. Nino challenged Matthew when he moved up to the tier again here. I'd like to have Nino Romanello win a race. And I will be adding on a personal note that I will not be doing podium interviews for today because I've got dinner, one thing, and I just cannot be bothered. So no interviews for today, as I've done them all season, and I will also add some interesting information at the end of the race. Sondra Sohav goes deep. Sondra defend. Don't even defend, doesn't even move him, push him out, make sure he goes tight, just lets him through. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut against that because there's no point. You can bring it up. Yep, Sondra might not want to fight that. Yeah, he's got penalties. Matthew's got a penalty as well, I suppose. But Sondra could have moved him a bit more to the left, cost a bit of time. It will make Matthew push a bit more. Sondra has now exceeded track limits. What's actually Matthew's pen anyway? 3 seconds. So that's not getting moved anyway. Come on, Rocco, don't be a dick and ruin Nino's race. Let him race, come on. couple of laps. The penultimate lap of the race. I hope in the next game we don't have turnouts like this, because it's just ridiculous. It's always the top tier who's had issues with turnouts. Come on, Rocco, park the bus, buddy. Park the bus. Come on, Nino. Bring it home, kid. Come on. Nino Miller. He's starting his last lap of the race. He's using all the energy he can. Matthew is just trying to get past Pat Rocco, but he can't get past. But he's going for the dive into turn one. Williams and Alfa Romeo, they've been at it before. Rocco, though, amazing defensive skills. Matthew is off the track, and he's actually, hang on a minute, that is illegal. He has to give the position back. And, okay, that, Lewis Hamilton did that in Spa, and he got a penalty. Matthew, that is cheeky. Rocco, lick the stamp and send it on him. I want Nino to win this race. I know he's safe at the moment, but here's Matthew. Matthew's won it before. He's on the final lap blow. I think Nino is safe. Nino probably could just let him through, to be honest, not really fight. But Nino needs to keep his head in the game. He can't afford to get a penalty. Just a couple more corners, Nino. Come on. Bring it on. This is the only time I want a race where Matthew doesn't win. You guys can complain that I'm being biased, but I'm sick and tired of the kid winning all the time. He's good, but I want Nino to win. Here. Come on, Nino. Oh, look at that Matthew. Big tank slapper there. But it looks like Nino Romanello, for the last race of the season, is going to take the victory, because he's that damn good. Nino Romanello then is coming down the straight. He's showed everybody up, and he's going to take his first victory in IRL F1, and he's done it. He's taken the way. Nino Romanello wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Matthew Oda takes second, then Rocco in third, Sonny Sorg in fourth, Edward finishes in fifth, and then all the positions just jump up. But Nino Romanello wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Finally, the Italian's got some victory into his blood. I don't agree with that statement at all. Driver Day is not CRG Blizzard. I think it should be IRL Neon for doing comms. But Nino Romanello then takes the win, and he is happy, and finally we have a Ferrari on the top step of the podium. It's been a while since we've seen that, but Nino then is happy, and he's over the moon, and he sprays the champagne for the final round this season, and can't wait for the next season on the new game. As when Matthew does go to possible esports level, Nino will be a contender, possibly for a championship, against a couple of the other guys in this tier. And here is your official results then. Nino Romanello takes the win. No penalties at all. What a ghost. And my drive of the day. Matthew Oda, fraud in second place, but well done for him for securing 4-time championships and 4 constructors, I believe, this season. Rocco then in third. Brandon in fourth. Kevin in fifth. Sondra Sohaug in sixth. Edward seventh. Cameron Young, well, he crashed out. And Alfie couldn't even be asked to do the race. Well then. And yep, Rocco did ruin Sondra again, but Sondra kind of ruined himself by getting a penalty, so I couldn't care on that. But this has been a great race. This has been IRL Season 10 F1 tier round number 12 Bahrain, but I did say I had some information for next season. I will not be your commentator for this tier next season. There'll be a new commentator, as well, I want to do something else on the weekend, on the Saturday. One thing, it's been a great season doing it, and seasons I've had being the top commentator. I've enjoyed most sometimes I haven't, and you guys have known today I haven't enjoyed it that much, except Nino winning. But maybe I might come back in a couple of seasons time, might do F2 comms, might do F3 comms, I don't know yet what's happening. But as a commentator, I'm not doing any more comms for IRL for a bit. So yeah, this will be my last commentary for a while, unless it's an Exposition series or a special event, I can do them. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my commentary, even though it's been a bit biased and a bit boring and just a bit everything really. And I hope you guys have a nice time, and if you guys want to see some more action, F2 and F3 tomorrow, you might as well just tune into F3 because that's probably going to have a full grid anyway. So have a nice day and see you guys next time. Goodbye for now, and well, hopefully I can do comms again when I've got some time when I want to do it again. But great race there for Nino Ronello, well deserved, and driver of the day.